Here at head coach Mike McConathy, and the Demons getting ready for a rare Monday night tilt facing Houston Baptist, back end of a rescheduled doubleheader. A little bit, maybe like a high school doubleheader. The women are playing Nichols and you're playing HBU, so a little different setup, Coach. But I know it's been a real challenge the last couple weeks between the weather and COVID to kind of get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, this is a rescheduled game because of COVID situation back several weeks ago, and it's been the last 2 weeks been pretty much of a struggle because you're trying to make progress, you're trying to get where you're trying to go, and now we're going to end up playing 6 games in 13 days.
Well, if there's any team that's probably battle tested enough to handle 6 games in 13 days, it's your guys who played 5 and 6 way back in December. But kind of, I guess, a double-sided coin there. It's a tough go when you've got 6 and 13, but you should be well rested playing for just the third time in 22 days.
Yeah, that's it. That's true, and it's been kind of interesting. We have gotten probably more practice time than we've gotten in a good while. Now you look at with 6 and 13 days, you're looking at only 5 practices during that period of time. So now that's counting the ones before we play on the 22nd. So it is a challenge, but it's the challenge that we have in front of us, and we just have to do the best we can and not look back.
You guys have been able to fight through the postponement of this first game. Now you've got a weather delay that caused you not to play again for another 9 days. But this team seems to have found the mental toughness, not just to close out games, but to battle through some adversity when it comes to scheduling.
I was mentioning with our staff today that, watching our guys this morning at breakfast after we got through practice, and Coach Cox and Coach Black and Coach Luna all cooked breakfast this morning for the guys, and I was noticing how much more engaging the players are with each other. And I can remember back in November when we would have a meal, they were getting the food and they were getting out the door as fast as they possibly could. And I think that's been that's been the flip side of all the games we played in November and being on the road trip, for playing 5 games in a total 2 travel days and 5 games in 6 days. That's the flip side of that. I think that you do grow and you develop continuity when your team and the different players interact. They become more just as a team. And so that's been a positive thing.
Well, if there's a plus to this, again, you do get these first 3. The first 3 game week comes at home. You've got some momentum here. Great win over McNeese back last Saturday. So if you can carry the momentum through this little bit of a break, it's always good to be at home.
No doubt about it, and we're excited about that, and hopeful that everything gets worked out to where we'll be able to have fans in here Monday night, and then Wednesday, and then the next Saturday, because it is good to play at Prather, and now our guys have a little bit more confidence in themselves, and they've been able to win some tough, close games, and there's nothing like confidence, something we didn't have in our earlier matchup against HBU on January 2nd.
But that game, you can maybe make the argument you kind of figured out not how to close, but you learned what not to do in the closing seconds.
No doubt about that, because we had a 5-point lead with 38 seconds and didn't get it done, and we've been able to adjust and pull from that and learn, just like you said, what we need to do to finish strong.
That said, a little bit of a heavy heart. Larry Owen's father passed away. He played a tremendous game that first game down at HBU. Another chance for the guys kind of rally around a guy who's got such a magnetic personality. We've seen what happened when you were on that road trip to Washington State and Gonzaga, and how those people just seem to magnetize toward him.
Well, Larry is an awesome young man, and our heart is heavy for him losing his dad. If you've lost your dad, your mom, whoever, you can identify with that, and it's how heart's heavy. But this morning at practice, I could tell after he got going, he was around the guys, and Coach Moore mentioned that several of the guys went to check on him yesterday afternoon, and that's what teammates do, and rallying around him and supporting him during this extremely difficult time. And this difficult time just won't be today and tomorrow. It'll be on down the road as well. But he's got teammates that love and care about him.
Also, maybe another good thing, you get a chance to jump right back in. This may be a good thing for him to just go from unfortunate loss into being able to kind of pour himself into school and basketball.
Right. So, I mean, he's got something that can help him to focus, knowing it's there. I taught with him about memories and understanding that he can pull from those memories, and something that is very, very important, reflecting on losing my father and talking with him about that indirectly. Really pour yourself into the memories and the good things that you had with your dad.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much.